Consider the following columns A and B, in which some names of the scientists are given in column A and the discoveries made them are given in column B. Alexander Fleming. Alexander Fleming is well known for his famous discovery, the penicillin, the first antibiotic which is used against pneumonia, and it is used for various other diseases also. Edward Jenner. Edward Jenner discovered the first vaccine, that is smallpox vaccine. He got this idea from the milkmaids who had infected with the cowpox. They were not affected by smallpox. Louis Pasteur, he was the first person to experimentally prove fermentation is a process which results from the action of living organisms, yeasts, which converts sugars into alcohol. Robert Cook discovered Bacillus anthracis, the bacterium which causes anthrax. He discovered it in the year 1876 from the infected cow. Name the two endocrine glands which secrete their hormones when they receive orders from the pituitary through its hormones. Number 1, adrenal and pancreas. Number 2, thyroid and testis. Number 3, adrenal and thyroid. Number 4, pancreas and ovary. Pituitary gland, it is a master gland. It controls the functioning of other glands by its secretion. For example, the pituitary gland releases thyroid stimulating hormones, which stimulates the synthesis of thyroid hormones. Likewise, pituitary releases luteinizing hormone in males. This luteinizing hormone stimulates the synthesis of hormones called androgens from the testis. The correct answer is thyroid gland and testis. Read the given statements and select the correct option. Statement A, husk is separated from heavier seeds of grain by winnowing. Statement B, difference in size of particles in a mixture is utilized to separate them by the process of sieving and filtration. Number 1, both statements A and B are true. Number 2, statement A is true and statement B is false. Number 3, statement B is true and statement A is false. Number 4, both statements A and statement B are false. Dry outer covering of seeds is known as husk. Husk is lighter in nature, so winnowing method is used to separate heavier particles from lighter particles with the help of wind. The first statement A is true. Next statement B, difference in size of particles is used in sieving and filtration. This is also correct because pores in a sieve allow the smaller components of the mixture to pass through and retain the larger ones. Statement A and B both are true. Option 1 is correct. Cellulose-rich food substances, that is roughages, are considered an essential component of a balanced diet of human beings. Which one of the following is the correct statement about cellulose? Let us understand what is cellulose. Cellulose is a complex carbohydrate. Plant food material contains lot of fiber in the form of cellulose. The dietary fiber or roughage adds bulk to the undigested material. This helps in easy bowel movements and removal of undigested food. Thus, cellulose does not have any nutritional value for us. It adds bulk to the undigested food material, so it helps easy bowel movements. Number 1, cellulose breaks down easily into smaller components which are adjusted as roughages. It is wrong. Number 2, the cellulose digesting bacteria present in human beings convert cellulose into fibers. This is wrong because human beings lack cellulose digesting enzymes as well as bacteria. Hence, option 3, human beings do not have cellulose digesting enzymes is a correct answer. Number 4, Cellulose is a type of carbohydrate which gets absorbed in the human blood and gives energy. Already I told cellulose does not have any nutritional value for us. The joint between head and upper jaw is an example of ball and socket joint, hinged joint. Number 3, pelvic joint. Number 4, fixed joint. Hinged joint allows movement in one plane. It is found between two bones that move against each other. Joint is present in pelvic bones, for example, hip bones. The next one, ball and socket joint, a joint in which a rounded surface of a bone moves within the depression of another bone. The last one, fixed joint. Bones cannot move at the fixed joints. In this, two or more bones in close contact, they have no movements. So, the head and upper jaw is an example of fixed joint. A lists the cell parts and column B lists the functions of the cell parts. Which one of the following options is correct? Cell wall. Cell wall gives strength and structure to the cell. Cell wall is present in plant cell. It filters molecules passing inside and outside the cell. The next one, cell membrane. Cell membrane is otherwise known as the plasma membrane or semi-permeable membrane. It contains receptors which allows selective molecules inside and outside the cell. Cytoplasm is the place of all the cell activities and lot of reactions including glycolysis and cell division, they are all happening inside the cytoplasm. So cytoplasm can be matched with the reaction, cell reactions. The last one, nucleus. Nucleus contains the genetic material, so it controls all the activities of the cell. So nucleus can be matched with the controls what happens in the cell. The best option is number 2. Consider the following statements. A. Plants can survive for some time even without photosynthesis. Yes, plants can survive for some time even without photosynthesis because photosynthesis occurs in the daytime in the presence of sunlight. B. Plants can survive for some time even without respiration. This is wrong because plants cannot survive for some time without respiration because respiration is a process where energy is released. Option C. Photosynthesis and respiration both are essential for the survival of plants. Yes, we have to understand photosynthesis is a process where plants prepare their food and respiration is a process in which the synthesized food is oxidized to release energy. As a result of this respiration, carbon dioxide, water and energy is released as a byproduct. So both the processes are essential for the survival of plants. Option D, photosynthesis and respiration both are simultaneous process in plants during daytime. Photosynthesis, which happens in the daytime in the presence of sunlight, and respiration, it occurs throughout the day and night. So both the processes are simultaneous in nature, especially in daytime. The correct answer is option 4, which contains A, C and D. Each cell in our body contains DNA. We also have proteins and fats in our body. What is common among DNA, proteins and fats? All contain acids. Number 2, all are inorganic. Number 3, all are salts. Number 4, all contain bases. Let us understand the chemical nature of all these molecules. DNA is made up of nucleic acids, protein made up of amino acids, fats contain fatty acids. So they all contain acids. The answer is number 1, all contain acids. In plants and trees, water goes up high due to suction pull. Which of the following phenomena causes this suction pull? Number 1, photosynthesis. Number 2, transpiration. Number 3, respiration. Number 4, absorption. Transpiration is a process of losing water in the form of water vapor. A lot of water is absorbed by plants for photosynthesis. Excess water is lost through transpiration. Transpiration creates a suction pull which leads to a pulling up of water from the roots of the plants. The correct answer is transpiration. Which of the following is the reproductive part of ginger? The reproductive part of ginger is stem. Underground stem of ginger is called rhizome. This rhizome has scales, leaves, and buds. All these parts reproduce as a new ginger plant. In our mouth, the arrangement of different types of teeth from front to back is dash. Incisors are front teeth. Behind them, canines present. Adjacent to canines, premolars. The last posterior teeth are molars. So the correct order from front to back is incisors, canines, premolars, molar. Radhika's gums were often bleeding and her wounds were taking longer time to heal. Her diet could be deficient in which vitamin? Number 1, vitamin B. Number 2, vitamin C. Number 3, vitamin D. Number 4, vitamin A. Scurvy or bleeding gums is a result of lack of vitamin C in the diet. And studies have shown that vitamin C can speed up the rate of healing process in our body. And this vitamin C plays important role in proper immune function in our body. So the correct answer is vitamin C. Choose the odd one out. Embryo, egg, ovum, and gamete. Gametes are reproductive cells. Female gametes are otherwise known as egg or ovum. But embryo, which is formed after the fertilization of these gametes. Female and male gametes fuse together and they form an embryo. So the odd one is embryo. The function of saliva is to dash. Convert starch into sugars, prevent the food from entering the windpipe, convert carbohydrates into proteins, convert starch into fats. When we intake food, the digestion starts from the mouth. Salivary glands present in mouth, they produce enzymes called salivary amylase. This enzyme acts on long chain starch molecules and convert them into smaller chain carbohydrates. The answer is convert starch into sugars. Which of the following statements is correct? Number 1, both inhaled and exhaled air contain oxygen. Number 2, inhaled air does not contain carbon dioxide. Number 3, exhaled air does not contain oxygen. Number 4, exhaled air does not contain carbon dioxide. We have to recollect the definitions of air and breathing in order to answer this question. Because air is a mixture of gases. Once we intake air means we are taking in the components of air. But their amount may be vary, depends upon inhalation or exhalation. Let us come to breathing. Breathing is a process of taking in oxygen rich air and giving out carbon dioxide rich air. So the correct answer is both inhaled and exhaled air contain oxygen. The remaining options are wrongly given. Which one of the following is a combination of components of animal cell? Number 1, cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, vacuole. Cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, vacuole. All these components are present in both animal cell as well as in plant cell. Now let us see the other choices. Number 2, cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, plastid. Plastid is involved in the process of photosynthesis, so it is associated with the plants. Number 3, Cell wall. Cell wall, it is present only in plant cell. It is not at all present in animal cells. Cytoplasm, nucleus, vacuole. These three are present in both plant as well as in animal cells. Number 4, cell membrane, chloroplast, nucleus, and vacuole. As we all know, chloroplast is the characteristic features of plants. So, the correct answer is cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, and vacuole. Option 1 is correct. Which one of the following is a group of fungi? Fungi are a group of saprophytic and parasitic spore-producing eukaryotic organisms that lack chlorophyll, which includes moles, yeasts, and mushroom. Presence of chitin in their cell wall is a special feature of fungi. Here, amoeba, it is a protozoan. Spirogyra, it is algae. Penicillium, it is a fungi, or it belongs to fungus. Aspergillus, it is a fungus. Penicillium, again it is a fungus. Bread mold, it is also a fungus. Aspergillus, again it is a fungus. Lactobacillus, it belongs to bacteria. Paramecium, it is a protozoan. The last option, Aspergillus is a fungus. Bread mold is a fungus. Paramecium, it is a protozoan. The second option, which contains Aspergillus, Penicillium, bread mold, is a group of fungi. Study the following statements about breathing. Number 1, it is a process which provides oxygen to the body. Number 2, in this process, water is produced in the cell. Number 3, this process helps the body to get rid of carbon dioxide. Number 4, in this process, food breaks down to release energy. Before answering this question, let us understand or know about breathing. Breathing is a process of taking in oxygen-rich air and giving out carbon dioxide-rich air. So, the combination of statements that gives the correct function of breathing is A and C. That is, it is a process which provides oxygen to the body. This process helps the body to get rid of carbon dioxide. Which among the following is not a single flower but a group of flowers? Number 1, datura. Number 2, rose. Number 3, China rose. Number 4, sunflower. Sunflower is not a single flower, rather a bunch of flowers. An inflorescence makes it as a single flower. An inflorescence is the cluster of the flowers arranged on a stem. The correct answer is sunflower. Suppose you are a farmer living at a place having black soil. If the climate of your region is warm and you want to grow fiber yielding plants in your fields, then which of the following would you prefer? We prefer cotton because the given soil is black soil and the climate also warm. Cotton plants, they require black soil, that is why it is known as black cotton soil, and also it grows in warm climate. The next one, rayon. Rayon is a synthetic fiber. It is made from plant cellulose. Jute. Jute plants, they require warm and wet climate. The last one, coconut. They require warm as well as humid climate. The correct answer is cotton.